What's up, guys? We are back taking a look at some more MLB player props today over on Sleeper. Cashed the huge entry yesterday, looking to cash yet again today. And if you're not already on Sleeper, you guys are missing out because this is, in my opinion, the best player prop site out there right now. If you guys want to join, you can use the link down in the description below and promo code DOMG. That can get you your first time deposit matched up to $100. They have so many different things on the site. They have home runs, they have player strikeouts, they have players just to get hits, they have singles, doubles, stolen bases. They have pretty much every statistic for almost every single player. So it's an amazing player prop site. I recommend joining if you have not already. It's available in most states, and I also believe most of Canada. Let's hop in though, talk about some free plays today. Before we do though, make sure you subscribe and have those post notifications turned on, and just leave a like. It takes 2 seconds, helps the channel a ton if you do so. And if you guys are interested in seeing all my plays, more than just the sleeper plays, come check out my Dub Club plus 33.8 units last month. Absolutely smashed yesterday. Also, we were profit yesterday as well, with the Prize Picks tacos being yesterday on top of some sleeper entries cashing as well yesterday. Over on my Dub Club though, it's all access, and I'm gonna get you a special offer for my all access. But all access includes the WNBA and the NBA, NFL, and the MLB. So there's a bunch of different options if you're interested in checking it out right now. And that's for Prize Picks, that's for sleeper, underdog, and also parlay play. Mostly Prize Picks and sleeper every single day, but the other two are mixed in there quite a bit as well. Over 1,500 people have subscribed to my Dub Club already, and right now you can get a special offer of 2 months for the price of 1, or 4 months for the price of 2. You can essentially get either 2 months or 1 month completely free with the link down in my description below, as long as you pay for, of course, either 2 months or 1 month. But there's a bunch of special offers down in my description below. Again, 4 months for the price of 2, or 2 months for the price of only 1. Let's hop in though, talk about some free plays for today, and hopefully end up cashing out today over on Sleeper. And again, if you're not already on Sleeper and want to join, the link to join is down in my description below. It's finally, make sure you play responsibly and at your own risk. Leave a like on the video and let's hop in. So the first player prop here, because we have a lot to cover today. I actually have 4 different player props. This entry is going to be about 0.67 units for me. This is not going to be a full unit play, and I'll kind of explain why, because it's a bit of a longer shot with a lot of smaller props mixed in. It'll make sense towards the end here, but we're going to go ahead and go with the Washington game here, Milwaukee and Washington. This Washington game does start early at about 1:05 Eastern. But I like Lane Thomas to get a hit today against Wade Miley and the Milwaukee Brewers. So he's a hit in 76% of games this season. However, he has a hit in only 5 of his last 10 games. He's definitely been a little bit slow lately when it comes to getting some hits. Like, he wasn't able to get a hit off of Freddie Peralta yesterday, who's a pretty solid pitcher. But now he faces old-ass Wade Miley, who is not a very strong pitcher. So I like the spot a lot here for Lane Thomas. Over in 76% of games, like I said. He's got a very, very nice split, though, against Wade Miley, batting a 362 against left-handed pitchers. Wade Miley is a left-handed pitcher, and he is batting a 362 against them this season. Wade Miley is a little bit better against righties than he is against lefties, but not by very much. He's allowing a 228 versus righties versus a 233 against left-handed batters. So I like to split a lot here in this game for Lane Thomas. By the way, that moves from a 76% hit rate to a 76% hit rate. So there's not a difference with him potentially getting like a less plate appearance or something like that if he was on the road compared to being at home. But he's at home this game, still over in 76% of games at home. So I like the spot for Lane Thomas. Let's move on to player prop number 2. So player prop number 2 here is going to be a little bit more interesting. It's going to be the Kansas City game here, which is going to be a little bit later today. Kansas City and the New York Mets, because I like Garcia under 1.5 hits in today's game. So Garcia only has 2 or more hits in 26% of games this season. He's only over this in 26% of games this entire season so far. And when that moves to home games, he's over in 28%. So he's slightly better by 2% in home games this season. But he faces Kodai Senga from the New York Mets today, who is a really, really strong pitcher. And Garcia is only batting a 258 against right-handed pitchers. 258 against right-handed pitchers compared to a 311 versus left-handed pitchers. Senga, he's pretty solid across the board. He's only allowing a 207 versus right-handed batters and a 182 versus left-handed batters. I see probably 4 plate appearances for Garcia today, and I don't think he's going to get a hit in half of those right there. So I like the spot for Garcia under 1.5 hits. Pretty straightforward right there. I like Kodai Senga as a pitcher. He hasn't really allowed too many hits, and I think you should be able to hopefully go under this player prop, especially with him not being as good against right-handed pitchers than he is against left-handed pitchers. So moving on to player prop number 3 now, continuing to build this entry up. As you can see right there, it's a 1.9x. We're going to keep building that up here. We're going to go ahead and go with the Dodgers game here, because I like Mookie Betts to get hit in today's game. Mookie Betts, he's sold for me in the past, I will say. He is sold pretty hard for me in the past, for sure, man. But I like Mookie Betts today. He faces Hogan Harris from the Oakland A's here, and Betts has a hit in 75% of games this season. 75% of games this season. He also has a hit in 8 straight games. So he's on an 8-game hit streak. I think he's going to make that 9 today. So Hogan Harris here. So the splits are actually not good in this one. However, they're really damn close to each other when it comes to facing righties and lefties for both the hitter and also Mookie Betts, the hitter and the pitcher. But also 269 is what he's batting against left-handed pitcher, and that's compared to a 276 against against right-handed pitchers, but Hogan Harris, he is allowing a 246 against right-handed batters compared to a 256 against lefties. So not huge splits or anything like that between these two right there, between the righties and lefties and between the pitcher and the hitter. But I do think this should be a pretty good spot for Mookie Betts here. Like I said, over in 75% of games. When that moves to home games, by the way, that moves from 75% to 79%. So he's 4% better when it comes to getting a hit at home this season. So 79% at home, I think that can go up to about 80% if he ends up getting a hit today. And I think he will end up getting that one done against Hogan Harris and the Oakland A's. I really hope he can, at least. Let's go ahead and just kind of get this payout bumped up even more. What I do, if you're trying to get a payout a little bit higher on sleepers, I click on all players, then I scroll over here to the end and go by stolen bases. I go by stolen bases here because I like Ozzie Albies to not steal a base today, and that can bump this player prop up to a 3x, as you can see right there. So Ozzie Albies, he only has a stolen base in 7 games this season. He only has a stolen base in 7 games this season, only 3 in his last 30. And by the way, 2 of those games were the last 2 games, like the farthest away, like game 30 and 29 of that were where he had 2 of those stolen bases. So he hasn't had a stolen base. He hasn't had more than 1 stolen base attempt in his last 28 games. He only has 1 stolen base in his last 28 games. So I like Albies to not have a stolen base today. He's facing Lucas Giolito today. He'll probably have about 5 plate appearances against him. However, he is 0 for 3 when it comes to facing Lucas Giolito in those plate appearances. So he's 0 for 3 in plate appearances against Lucas Giolito. So I like the spot for Albies to not have a stolen base today, and that's going to be the entry. This is what my entry looks like right here, about 0.67 units right there, about 76% of the unit right there. My unit size is about $75, so that's what I have going on right here. And this actually should pay out even higher than it did when I put in, because Albies has moved from a 1.10x to a 1.13x. Thank you guys for watching today's video. If you guys want to join Sleeper, now is one of the best times to do so. On top of that, if you want to join my dub club and see even more player props from me, now is one of the best times to do so. You guys can get 2 months for the price of 1 or 4 months for the price of 2. And if you guys want an amazing player prop research tool, check out the DJ Fantasy Optimizer with a 7-day free trial with the link down in my description below. You guys can check out the DJ Fantasy Optimizer with a 7-day free trial with the link. And they have this for Prize Picks, Underdog, they have this for Sleeper, they have this for a ton of different player prop sites. All you have to do is click the refresh button and it will pull up the best expected value plays on the Prize Picks board, the Sleeper board, wherever you're at. What it does is it compares Prize Picks lines to sites like Sportsbook or other player prop sites out there. And you guys can get a 7-day free trial of this tool with the link down in the description below. Just go ahead and scroll down here, click on 7 days free, or scroll down, click on try for free. You guys can go ahead and check it out. They have the DFS optimizer. They also have fantasy score projections and a DFS middling tool. So there's a bunch of different options right here that you can choose from if you just end up getting this tool right here. And if you end up liking the tool and you end up paying for it, it helps the channel a ton if you end up doing so. But thank you guys for watching. See you guys hopefully in tomorrow's video. Make sure you subscribe if you've not already, and I'll see you guys hopefully in tomorrow's video. Best of luck with your player props tonight, and play responsibly.